For more recipes, conversation, DIYs for kids, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss a video from Kidsstoppress.com. Hello, welcome to KSV TV. Today we're joined by Zohra Chitalwala, who's a senior image consultant and a mom of 2 boys. And of course, she helps kids, parents, teenagers, young adults, and lots of entrepreneurs and business people with image consulting. And she's recently won an award. Zohra, what was that all about?
I recently won an award from International Image Consulting Institution, and this is the first of its kind ever that it's got in India. And this award is for philanthropy. It's called the Philanthropical Award, which I've won doing workshops for juvenile jail kids, and it has been a wonderful experience.
What's the dining table etiquette 101?
Okay, so simple. When your child is very young, also you can start dining etiquette. What you can do is teach them to sit on the table and eat. Today we give food to the children sitting in front of the television. We provide them with plates over there. Stop it. Make them sit with the family, make them sit on the table, and simple things like using a spoon and a fork is what you start for a younger kid. As a child grows older, you need to teach them the basic etiquettes and then go to the advance.
Okay. And what's a good age to start?
I think you start at 4 or 5 for basics, just simple.
So what are the basics that we're dealing with?
So now if it's 4 or 5-year-old, as I said, teach them to sit on the table, put their napkin on the lap. If at home not everybody uses napkins, but simple thing like sitting on the table, you have a plate, this is a glass, there is a fork and a spoon, and you eat. This is how that. So children usually eat with holding the fork and the spoon like a pencil. Use it as a toothbrush. So how you're holding the toothbrush is how you hold your fork and your knife.
Okay.
So that's how you start, yeah.
Right. And also, even with Indian food, you want them to do it?
Oh yes, very important. Children, when they sit down to eat, we Indians eat with our hands, right? So when your child is young, teach the child that he has to use only his fingertips to eat. Usually children eat like this. They're children. You have to teach them. So teach them that the mouth has to close when they're eating. After eating, don't talk with food in your mouth. These little things can be taught to the younger ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is how a regular table setting is done on a regular basis when you go to restaurants for casual dining. There is a plate, there is a serviette. Children need to know that this is also called a serviette. A napkin is also called a serviette. So when you first sit on the table, you pull the napkin up and you put it on your lap. The table setting is according to the course that you're eating. So if you served soup first, you'll have your soup spoon, your dinner spoon, your knife and your fork. Easy way to remember where your knife and your fork supposed to be is your right hand side is your knife and your spoon, which is RIGHT, 5 letters in the spelling of right. SPOON, spoon, 5 letters. KNIFE, knife, 5 letters. That's on your right side. Your left side is LEFT, left, 4 letters. KFORK, fork, 4 letters. So it's a very easy way to remember where you should have your cutleries placed. You have your dining plate here, you have your quarter plate here. Your quarter plate is always on the left hand side, and your soup bowl. So you always eat your soup, you never drink your soup. You always eat your soup, you never drink it. The drinks and the glasses for water is always on your right. Another easy way to remember is you put your B and a D. So children, remember this. You have a B and a D for your dining. So the D is your drinks, which is on your right side, and your B is your bread plate, which is on your left. So when you always eat your soup, drinking is only done in glasses. When you're having something in a bowl, you're eating it. So you put your spoon inside out instead of just putting it. Usually we put the spoon like this and we drink and you have droplets falling off. When you do like this and you cut your spoon to the bowl, you won't have anything falling on your lap or your face. Another thing is that when you're eating spaghetti, you hold your spoon and your fork in this position, twirl your spaghetti, bring it up, twirl it on the spoon and eat it. You can even twirl it down and cut it off. There are foods which are called tricky foods, and there are foods which are called finger foods. So finger foods are like pizzas. Pizzas can be eaten with your hand, and pizzas can also be eaten with a fork and a knife. Food which is very difficult to eat with cutlery. So even if they're eating a meat or a chicken piece and they have to cut with a knife, you give them a blunt knife, not a sharp one. When you're having steak and all, you're having with sharp knife, but that only adults can use. Children only use blunt knife. They can use knife. They have to if you want to teach them the right way to eat. So you hold your knife in your right hand and your fork in your left. Again, never hold a knife and a fork like a pencil. You hold it like a toothbrush. Your index finger has to be on the knife and the fork. So when you're cutting, you cut it in this way and you put it in your mouth. There are way when you close your plate. So there is a way of opening and closing plate. When you're still eating your food and the waiting staff is there, you still are not finished, you always keep your cutlery in this way. So this is how you keep your plate open. The waiting staff knows that you haven't finished eating. Once you finish eating, the position of the cutlery goes like Q. So you're resting your cutlery in the shape of a Q, or 4 o'clock as we say. If you're still not finished your food, your plate has to be open with your cutlery facing this way. So when you're eating your food and something gets stuck in between your teeth, it is very wrong to use a fork or a toothpick on the dining table while eating. What you do is, if at all there's nowhere you can go and you have to clean your teeth, you cover your mouth and you clean. But the best thing is to get up, go to the restroom, remove what is there from your teeth and come back. Do not open your mouth on the table and clean your teeth if something is stuck.
Zohra, thanks so much for spending time with us and sharing so many tips with us. I am sure that we're going to have lots of questions, so we definitely need to have you back soon.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure, Mansi.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.